Hey, are you hungry, Yuki? Do you want me to cook something for you? I know. Do you still have stiff shoulders? I can massage them for you. I have a day off tomorrow. You can leave the baby to me and go have lunch or something with your friends. You must feel depressed, staying home every day. Why isn't she answering me? Did I do something to make her mad? Paul met my wife Lisa through a mutual friend. I fell in love at first sight with Lisa, who was pretty and cheerful. Lisa liked me, though I was ordinary with no special talent. We officially started going out a month after we met, and 2.5 years later, when I was 26 and Lisa was 25, we got married. After that, we were very happy for 3 years until our baby was born. Every day was peaceful, and one day, Lisa got pregnant with my child. Ever since we got married, we'd always wanted to have a child, but we had a hard time conceiving. We were talking about getting medical help, so when Lisa told me that she was pregnant, I was so happy that I almost cried. But it was around that time that Lisa's attitude towards me started to change little by little. Somehow, she seemed always irritated, and I felt as if she thought of me as an eyesore. I knew that some people got maternity blues, so I assumed that the changes in her attitude was due to her being confused with her pregnancy for the first time, because it was just a while ago when our friends and neighbors thought of us as a loving couple, and they envied our relationship. So there was nothing other than that I could think of as the reason why Lisa was being indifferent to me. Don't you agree? That was why I tried my best to relieve her insecurity and frustration as much as possible. I did the best I could to support her. I'll do the housework until the baby is born. Huh? Why? Why? Because I thought it would be easier for you, Lisa. Don't think too much. I can't let you do all the housework. I would be more worried and it wouldn't help me. Hey, don't say that. I used to cook, do laundry, and clean up when I was living by myself. So what? That means that you've never done housework for someone other than yourself, right? Everyone is a beginner when they start. You'll get used to it even though you're not that good at first. Why do I have to wait until you get better? I'd rather do it myself, so just stop trying to be nice. That is so frustrating. I'm sorry. I have to say that it wasn't like Lisa, who was really good at doing housework like a professional housekeeper, or she was a perfectionist and had to have everything straight. I didn't know what was making her so irritated. She just had to complain about everything I did, but it was better when she was pregnant, though she was continuously complaining. At least she replied when I asked her something. But after our baby was born, we had no conversation at all. When I spoke to Lisa, the only thing I got in return was silence. It went on even after 2 months had passed since she gave birth, and it was still the same after 6 months. We were living under the same roof, yet we were like two people living in different counties, separated by a wall of language. Are you hungry, Yuki? Do you want me to cook something for you? I know. Do you have stiff shoulders? I can massage them for you. I have a day off tomorrow. You can leave the baby to me and go have lunch or something with your friends. You must feel depressed, staying home every day. Why isn't she answering me? Did I do something to make her mad? You're annoying. What? What did you just say? Why don't you say something? I heard you clearly. You said that I'm annoying. So annoying. That's what I'm talking about. That. What? I'm exhausted from raising our child. I have no energy left to talk to you. Do you understand? But you try to speak to me all the time. Are you trying to harass me or something? Of course not. I was just trying to be nice. I'm telling you that I don't want you to be nice. Didn't I tell you before? When you try to be nice, it makes me frustrated. Just shut up and earn money for me and our child. That's the only thing you need to do and nothing more. What? That sounds as if I'm just an ATM. It's pretty common that when a child is born, a couple struggles with their relationship. But unlike Lisa, who changed her attitude suddenly, it was more like when your frustration from everyday life and discrepancy in your feelings piled up and eventually your feelings would change. I suspected that there was other reasons for Lisa's sudden change in her attitude towards me. After that, I asked people who knew Lisa well if they knew anything strange that happened around Lisa while she was pregnant or right before she got pregnant. I couldn't ask her parents that kind of question, so people I talked to were mainly Lisa's friends and her former colleagues. Most of them didn't have any information. The 5th person that I talked to was Lisa's former colleague. She told me something that might be part of the reason for Lisa's change in attitude. I still don't know if I should tell you this, Paul. What is it? Please tell me. I'm prepared for everything. Well, it's just a rumor, so I don't think you should take it too seriously. What kind of rumor? Well, there was a rumor that Lisa used to go out with one of our managers until right before she quit her work to get married. What? But she was already going out with me then. So, it's just a rumor, as I said. There was someone who saw her enter a hotel with the manager though, but there wasn't any proof. But if the rumor was right, that means that Lisa was going out with him as well as me. I guess she was cheating on you. When I heard that, I had a gut feeling that it wasn't just a rumor. I suspected that Lisa's sudden change in her attitude was related to the former manager of hers. That day, when I got home, I took some hair from the baby sleeping in bed and put them in a Ziploc bag with my own hair as well and sent them to an institution. It was to see if the 6-month-old baby and I were related by blood. It took about a week to get the result. My guess was right. The baby, who was supposed to be Lisa's and mine, shared no DNA with me. The day I got the DNA profiling certificate, I left a note to Lisa, who was out with the baby, and left home. Well, she said that she had some errands to do, but I'm sure she was seeing her lover. At that time, I'd already made up my mind to divorce Lisa, so I didn't care about that. In the note, I told her that I wanted to get a divorce, and if she refused to divorce me, I would take it to the court. Moreover, I also included the DNA profiling certificate, the divorce papers that I got at the city hall as well. I also put some proof of her affair that I had asked a detective agency to collect while waiting for the result of the DNA test. I could have told her in face, but I thought Lisa would be more surprised this way. Actually, when Lisa found the note, she panicked and came to see me right away at my parents' house where I was staying. "Please, you have to think it over. You're the only one that I love." The moment she saw me, she said so with tears on her face. I felt somewhat superior to her, but I also felt sad and miserable at the same time. She should have shown me with her attitudes. The only thing she had in her heart was not her love to me or how sorry she was, but without me, her life with the baby could not go on. That was her only fear. If she really felt sorry, even for a bit, the first thing she should say was words of apology. "Can I guess the reason why you've been cold to me since you got pregnant?" What? What do you mean?" "Just hear me out. I'm sure I'm right. You wanted to divorce me and marry your lover, who used to be your manager, right?" "No, I didn't." "Your face tells me that I'm right. Listen, there's more to my guess. You went to see your lover so that he could meet the baby, right? Didn't you ask him to take responsibility and marry you?" "How did you?" "But he said that he had a wife and children and rejected you. That's why you rushed to me to take you back, right?" "How can you guess all that? Were you watching me?" "Oops. Now you know. That's right. I've been checking everything you have done this past week through a detective agency. Even a dumb would know when you left home at this timing. I am pretty gentle, but my motto is to do my best when I have to. If I suspect my wife for something, I would hire someone with a little money I have to check her thoroughly, and when I think someone is my enemy, I would mock that person so much and beat him until he could not fight back. That's my way." "I reported a complaint to the office where your lover works. I told them that a former boss had used his power and his position to have an appropriate relationship with my wife. And I asked them what they would do to take responsibility for it." And? What did they say?" "I waited for a while, and someone who looked to be in a high position came and told me that he would investigate it and give a strict punishment. Your former office used to be so strict on compliances, right? I guess he would at least get delegated." "What have you done? You didn't have to get the office involved." Hey, are you sure you have time to worry about your lover? I told his office about your relationships. There is no way I didn't tell his family anything, you know?" "What?" "I told his wife about your affair and your baby. I even showed her the DNA profiling test to prove that I wasn't related in blood to the baby. I also advised his wife to get a test for her husband as well." "What?" "An affair is something, but having a child with a lover is another thing. He would be in big trouble. I wonder how much compensation he would have to pay." "Don't be kidding." "I was lucky for me that Lisa got mad and tried to attack me. Lisa was arrested for an assault by a policeman that my parents had called. I had already made up my mind to divorce her, so I didn't want her to stay and beg anymore. That would be too annoying. After that, I sued both Lisa and her lover for adultery, and the lover presented 6 million yen for settlement. I wanted to say no and get more from him, but his wife asked him for 20 million yen for compensation and child support. I decided to accept what he had presented under condition that he would pay his wife first. By the way, the lover was delegated from the headquarters to some small sales office. He would not have been punished this strictly if it was an ordinary affair. It was crucial that he not only had an affair with his former subordinate, but also had a child with her. And as for Lisa, I made her agree to pay 4 million yen for compensation and to abandon her right for property distribution. She also agreed to pay 2.5 million yen as compensation to her lover's wife as well. In order to make the lover pay compensation and child support to his wife, I made Lisa abandon her right to ask for child support to the lover, so Lisa has to live as a single mom from now on. She can get married if she finds someone else, but I'm not sure if there's a guy who would want to marry a woman with a child and a debt of 6.5 million yen. 3 years have passed since then. I finally got over the whole incident, and I met someone at work, and we started a new life about a year ago. We haven't gotten married yet, but after living with her for 6 months, I'm confident that I can be happy with her. I still feel a bit insecure and hesitation about marriage, but I'm sure this feeling will disappear soon. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed my story. I hope to see you again. Please subscribe to our channel.